Hello, I'm Mike. I'm a retired school teacher. I've always been concerned about the environment, about our ecology, and I've paid a great amount of attention to how the media has framed those questions in the last little while. What can we do better? You know, we only have one planet and one future, and we want to use things to the best of our ability. So looking at solar power seemed like a real good use of our time and effort. The installation process could not have been smoother. All along the way, somebody was always telling us what was going to happen, when things were going to happen, what else we needed, what we were waiting on for another approval at a different level to make sure everything was good. One of the interesting things is this comes with an app on your phone. You can look at it and see how many sources of kilowatt hours of power that you've saved by having this on there. What it does say is you have achieved the equivalent of 3 trees, or this month you've saved so many trees from being cut, you've planted this many more trees. Really an interesting and a novel way to say, okay, you're using less power, but you're adding something beneficial to the environment. So far, we've saved the equivalent of 4 trees. We've reached a point where the cost of installation has come down and the cost of all the alternatives has continued to go up. So I think we're now at least a breaking point where the cost factor is one of the biggest ones. Every step of the way, there's been somebody there to answer the questions and say to us, well, this is not an unattainable opportunity. It probably was the XOLAR's ability to answer these questions and say somebody will be at your door at 11:15 on Monday. And yes, indeed, somebody was there to make sure things are going well. One of the funny things that happened was these panels are set a few inches off of your roof. And there's an animal grid that goes around them to keep leaves or animals, chipmunks or squirrels from getting in and nesting underneath them. And they went in, say, on a Wednesday, everything installed, but Thursday we had a ferocious windstorm that knocked off a couple of these security gates all around the panels. And when we called them, the guy from XOLAR was back the next day at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Friday to say, let's put that grate back up there and make sure that the animals and things aren't getting in there. That was pretty impressive that they were there that quickly. This had to be a smooth and proper setup. Here we are now. We've moved a long way in the technology, in the cost of things, but also a factor is that electrical energy keeps costing us more and more. Always a concern, of course. How are we going to be able to generate electricity, and does it have to be something that continues to cost us money? I think one of the biggest factors for me has to be how reliable the individuals were at XOLAR, that they kept coming back to us. This is what you need. This is the next step. I'm not sure exactly how we came across XOLAR, but I can tell you it's been a good partnership.